Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. There's a chart analyst who pointed out that during the last market cycle, XRP had a 750-fold increase, roughly. It depends on where you look at, if you go to CoinMarketCap, you go to like CoinWatch, and they'll have slightly different all-time highs just because they pull the information a little bit differently, but about a 750-fold increase, bringing XRP from about half a penny at the beginning of the run to a little shy of $4 at the end, which would occurred for XRP. Its high was like January 3rd or 4th, I believe, of 2018. That was astronomical, and this analyst is insisting that we're going to see that type of parabolic activity again. Not that from this level you'd have a 750-fold increase again, but from this level you will see tremendous parabolic growth. And in fact, and this is comical to me, so I'm going to highlight this. I don't know if this is going to happen, but he's trying to bet an XRP hater $10,000 that his bet is that XRP will reach its all-time high in 2021, and he's trying to bet $10,000. And this hater, I'll just show you the thread. It's not that long, but he says it's enticing, and he's trying to put it in like a smart contract or something. So, well, I'll tell you what though, if that doesn't show his level of confidence, then I don't know what will. So we're going to be running through opinions from various chart analysts in this video, and it's another instance I found where they're like, tons of analysts are saying the same thing, but I think in this video I'm going to share opinions from 4 of them as far as the direction of Bitcoin and the level that they're looking to hold. The reason that is important, even for us as XRP holders, is that, of course, XRP, like every other altcoin on the damn market, will in general follow the price action of Bitcoin, not down to the second, the minute, the day, the week, the month, the quarter, whatever. But zoom out on a chart, and it is undeniably true. To verify this for yourself, use your human eyeballs and just look at a chart for the entirety of the lifespan that XRP has existed with Bitcoin. It just moves in tandem. It just does. I do want to be clear that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not ever buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast. I'm no more special than anybody else, and I run this YouTube channel purely as a hobby. That is all that it is. Plus, would you want to take advice from a guy named Moon Lambo on the internet? Not advisable. I'm just saying. I'm just saying here. But as I record this, XRP is at 28.3 cents. Bitcoin is at 37,383. We still have a market cap for the asset class over $1 trillion. And Bitcoin dominance is 67.88%. I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of saying market cap over $1 trillion. That's just like, after being in a bear market for most of the last 3 years, it's nice to be able to see that's real life right there. Because I saw, well, how low did the market cap get? Like below 200 billion, right? Like, I don't forget to, like, I'd have to go check, but like 150 billion, whatever it was, substantially less than what it is today. And I knew this was going to be coming. I've been saying this forever, and so to be able to be like, yeah, see, told you so. Maybe you knew, maybe you agreed with me too, but there are a lot of people out there that are just crypto deniers and haters. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, though. Cryptocurrencies can offer real utility, and as a result, this asset class will be here forever, so long as the internet exists. Like, even if I'm betting on the wrong horses, I'm telling you what, someone's going to win this crypto race here. Probably multiple winners. Here is chart analyst Credible Crypto, who wrote, "I know this looks bad, but I don't think it's as bad as it looks. As long as green holds, I think we see some sideways action / chop before continuation." Here's the chart that he was talking about. And so the level that he seems to be looking to hold is roughly, I'll just ballpark it, 34,500 to 35,000. And to this point anyway, it actually has bounced off that support zone. And somebody asked him here, what do you think about the correlation with, oh wait, actually that's not the one I wanted to pull up. Somebody asked him, what's your view if we get a retest of around $30,000? And he said, even if it gets that low, still healthy, but if we lose green, higher chances of a push a bit below $30,000. So he thinks more likely than not, this is the range that we're looking for. And then it would jump back on up and then reach new all-time highs again. And he's not the only one that seems to think that's more likely. Here's another chart analyst, Josh Rager, who's now up to 99,800 followers. You know, Bitcoin, nice rejection and drop down to support, expecting a bounce. Don't get bearish yet. Needs to break this level, and I won't get too bullish until a lower low on this trend. Just think of it this way. This just sets up more potential buy opportunities. And you can look at his chart and look at this green zone that he's talking about here. It's almost exactly the same as credible cryptos. And I don't suspect that they copied. They may not even know each other exist. It's always interesting to me when you find a ton of analysts that have like almost exactly the same opinion. That always catches my attention. In this case, it's about Bitcoin, and so more likely than not, won't be going lower. But that's, of course, never a guarantee. They're not promising this stuff. Because when you're talking about chart analysis, it's not wizardry, not literally. You're just talking about probability of outcomes, and this is the direction they all think they're going. Here's another one. Chart Analyst Magic wrote, the black rising trend line is the bottom of the symmetrical triangle. Bitcoin has stopped dead at it. If Bitcoin cannot recover into the triangle, we will head lower. And it's at the same damn level. Look at that. He's maybe citing a little above 35,000, but we're splitting hairs again. You know, it's the same damn thing. And then here's Il Capo of Crypto, who wrote, I will buy any dip 35,000 to 36,000. That was yesterday. And then it did come. He wrote ready to buy. And then little green checkbox here. He did it. And then he wrote, so he seems to think that this is important. He says, target is the next Fibonacci confluence zone, $59,000 to $62,000. My friends, this bull run is just getting started. And that's why I wonder if some of the analysts that have been changing their tune lately just because of how quickly Bitcoin ran up, so many of them are changing their tune saying, okay, you know, we thought that Bitcoin is going to cap out at so-and-so. Maybe they say $100,000. And now I'm seeing much larger price targets, really, like of what they think is actually realistic for this market cycle, because it's just run up so quickly. And the reason it's run up so quickly is because of institutional purchasing. You know, that was not really predicted, not to this degree. And so people are fighting for the remaining Bitcoin scraps, and there's just not that much out there. And so supply and demand is simply doing its thing, right? Now, Chart Analyst DIY Investing. This is the analyst that I was talking about. You gotta love it. So, by the way, this guy, I mentioned this on the channel too. He's been public about this. When XRP was much lower, I can't remember what the price was at this point. It may have been like the low 20-cent range. When all of the haters said that XRP was going to zero after the scary SEC news, he was like, oh, hell no, it's not. He's like, this is the most bullish chart I've ever seen. And he bought 105,000 XRP. 105,000. When everybody else said it was going to zero, he's like, no, this is seriously the most bullish chart I've ever seen. That's what he said. And then it went up substantially. And I think he sold some up. He may have said, got up to about 35 cents. I think he said he sold off, like, I could be wrong, but like 16% of what he purchased once it got that high, and he put it into other stuff too, because he just likes to diversify and kind of trade some stuff here. Not that he's a day trader. I think he just kind of holds for a reasonably long period of time. Or maybe he's thinking the midterm, and then when it pumps, then he sells and goes after something that looks cheap, basically. But anyway, check out this. So here's what he wrote. XRP is the hardest to hold because it always moves last. In 2017, XRP didn't start pumping until March, and then it pulled 750x returns within 7 months. And I know he wrote 750z there. It's a typo. He wrote, this cycle is the same way. It lags behind the market, and then it explodes all at once. Just be patient. And so I got to see that firsthand right after jumping in the world of crypto, November 2017. What a weird time to jump in just weeks before. I started buying XRP weeks before its most insane bull run in history, going from 20-something cents up to almost $4. And so there were all sorts of people as I was purchasing this, and I've been mentioning this a bit lately, like, oh my God, the whole market's running, and I've just wasted my money keeping it in XRP, and then some people sold, and then, what do you know, biggest bull run in history. And so that's why, for me, I don't go chase the shiny. I don't chase green candles. If it's already pumped, I'm just not interested. There's too many other things you could invest in anyway. And so, trying to time markets, it's like, to me, my humble opinion is it's like the best way to get wrecked. If you want to just completely ruin investing, like move from, because here's the thing. As far as XRP, I don't know when it's going to pump, but historically, and I know this to be true, and you can verify this for yourself. You don't have to take my word or anyone's word for it. But look at every market cycle. XRP has always moved last. So it's correlated to Bitcoin, but out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies, it's the least correlated typically. And when it moves, it moves. It just does. It makes these massive runs up. And so I've been predicting, even before the SEC news, I was warning people. I was like, look, I know historically this is true. XRP moves last. It really does lag behind, and I predicted that you'd see the rest of the market going. You'd start to see people start bitching about it. I want my XRP to be worth more now, and then they'll get all impatient and they'll jump out of it, and then I'm just going to sit here and hold because I know that that's how it behaves, and people do whatever they want with their money. I'm not going to tell you to buy or sell. I'm just telling you what I personally believe and how I'm choosing to behave as a result of that. And DIY investing here, he recognizes this, and he's saying the very same thing, which I witnessed firsthand at the tail end of 2017, because mind you, before that run-up, it had been trading sideways since like May of 2017. It's like half a year roughly. It just, more than half a year. It just wasn't moving. And the people that held, though, they certainly got rewarded. And the people that were chasing green candles did not get rewarded. It does not go well. And so you can see this. Here's another tweet from DIY Investing. XRP hate under my recent video makes me very happy. I bought another 105,000 XRP last week. Then he has these quotes. XRP is dead. SEC killed it. It will never pump again. And then he writes, everyone keeps doubting me like I'm not the person printing hundreds of thousands out of this market. And then somebody named Kenny wrote to him and said, I agree that XRP will most likely return to previous levels, if not higher. But with so much movement in the market, do you think people could be 2xing their money in other coins instead of waiting on XRP? And so here's my personal opinion on that. And again, it's not, you do whatever you want to do. For me, I'm going to just hold my XRP until it's either worth zero or substantially more. And I don't believe it's going to zero. I am still Mr. XRP bull for a reason. My conviction is not shaken despite what's happening with the SEC for tons of reasons I've been articulating on this channel. But if I want to like own other coins and have other opportunity, then I'm going to not sell my XRP. I'll just put more fiat currency, my United States dollars, into those other cryptocurrencies. But I'm not going to be changing my allocation of XRP because I'm getting impatient. I would hate myself because I have a feeling of where this is all going. I think we're going to be seeing, look, it's not, I'm not making a price prediction. I would be surprised if XRP never reached its all-time high ever again. I don't know what it's going to look like, what time it is, when it's going to happen, but I firmly believe that, especially after seeing the last market cycle and historically what's happened in the crypto asset class, people chase green candles. Everybody that was going to get shaken out has been shaken out of the market. They're already gone. And at some point, you're going to see XRP start to creep up, because if it ever starts to look too cheap, there will always be people that, like relative to Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, if it starts to look cheap, there will always be people that want to speculate and see it as an opportunity that will start to push the price up, and then more people take note, and then before you know it, it starts running, and then people come in, ooh, shiny, and then they'll start taking their money out of other cryptocurrencies like idiots, bunch of hashtag idiot sticks, and then they'll throw it into XRP. And this is just what happens. For these people, they don't care sufficiently about fundamentals. I do, and maybe you do, and that's why I've been researching this for 3 years. And there's a reason that I put as much money into this as I have, but I still recognize that during this market cycle, people don't sufficiently care. And so if there are going to be S-word coins that pump, you're going to tell me that XRP, the fourth to largest cryptocurrency as I record this in terms of market cap, is not? I just don't buy that personally here. And so in response to that, this guy Kenny asking about what about 2xing, diversifying other coins, DIY Investing wrote, XRP lagged the entire last cycle and then pumped 750x in 7 months. While Dash, XMR, and Ethereum were making new all-time highs in the last cycle, XRP traded sideways. This cycle is no different. This is why I diversified my portfolio. I knew this was going to happen. All right, and then he also wrote, the haters were thick the last few weeks trying their hardest to convince us XRP's going to zero. They are about to look stupid. And then somebody named Reggie, who is a denier of XRP, he responded and wrote, bro, there's no way you actually believe this. And then he put a little laughy emoji down. And then DIY Investing responded, I'll bet you $10,000 it breaks all-time highs. Is that strong enough belief for you? And then Reggie wrote, haha, over what time horizon? And DIY Investing wrote, by the end of 2021. So despite all of this, he's looking at the chart, and he put out a video today. If you want to feel extra good about XRP, feel free to hop on over to the video he put out today, and he breaks down the technical analysis for why he believes XRP is going to be doing what he says here. And he just says it's a very bullish chart formation. And also, there's another point that he's not the only one that's pointed this out. You see it from like Blockchain Backer and all sorts of other analysts. If you look at the XRP BTC pair, it hasn't looked like this since like December 2017. So it cost a ton of XRP to purchase one Bitcoin. And once you see that, the last time we had that gap, XRP just went on a crazy parabolic bull run. And so it's just something to be aware of as well. And you can look at also, despite the panic sell, which did bring the price down lower than it otherwise would have corrected, I think we can probably all agree on that. Despite that, there was massive volume, but it didn't even get nearly as low as what happened during the crash in March when the pandemic, all that hit in with the stock market and everything, because XRP got down to like 11 cents. And so there was enough buying volume, enough confidence in the market that it did get down to very briefly about 17 cents, and then it popped up very quickly into the low 20-cent region. And then from there, it did what DIY investing said it was going to do, and so he bought 105,000 XRP, and then it popped on up to about 35 cents, and then it's retraced a bit. And he says that it's a positive chart formation. That's what he says. That's his opinion. And there's all sorts of analysts that are saying this. I keep highlighting on the channel various analysts in various videos when I talk about price, including Credible Crypto. He thinks in the short term, even if that may take a few weeks, but he thinks it's more likely than not you'll see XRP back in like the 46-cent region. He still seems to be standing by that. So there's all sorts of people here. It's more about chart formations than fundamentals. Fundamentals matter to a point, but unfortunately, I know how stupid it sounds, but it's true in the stock market too. Charts matter more than the fundamentals. It's just the case. It's like there are enough people that care about it, like me, that that's the reason. People like us that do care about fundamentals, that XRP is placed where it is in terms of market cap, but then everybody else, they're just emotionally buying and selling, and then it just pushes the price around like crazy, extreme volatility. And with how illiquid crypto markets are, that's why that and the frenzy around it, that's why you see such extreme volatility. But that's also what makes it attractive to me. If there weren't this kind of volatility, I personally would not be so interested in investing. It wouldn't be as fun to follow, and there wouldn't be nearly as much opportunity. So I say volatility is our friend. We don't like it when it goes down, fine, but it's not going to go up in a straight line forever. And you have to have, I believe people have to have a long-term mindset to succeed here too. And that's why I'm glad that I've been accumulating for years, multiple years here. And I've paused my XRP purchasing several months or so ago because I've got what I want. My bags are packed, but it was over a span of years I've been waiting. And if I were impatient, then I wouldn't even have the opportunity. And so you could be impatient about any cryptocurrency in the market. I'm like, if I can hold XRP, I can hold anything, right? It's kind of how I feel on this. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all goes. I could not be more optimistic. And the more I look into what's for a couple things, where the asset class is going in terms of price action, very exciting, especially after being in a bear market for so many years. And then on top of that, the more I learn about what's happening with this SEC litigation, the more confident I feel that it's probably going to be fine. And I've articulated why, so I don't want to really go into it again in this particular video, but I will be talking about it a lot in the coming days and weeks in particular. But I do not believe, if attorney Jeremy Hogan is correct, and I mentioned this in a few videos recently, if he's correct, the SEC isn't even asking in the prayer of relief. It's a section where they say what they want to have happen if they win the court case, if it goes to trial even. They're not even requesting that XRP be declared as a security. There's no declaratory judgment requested. So it can't be, because a judge can't rule on something that's not there. And then on top of that, Ripple's in the right, I personally believe, generally speaking. And so most of these charges that are brought against companies, they result in just settlements anyway. So I don't know. To me, it just seems more like there's a whole bunch of reasons. I could go on too long about that, but that's not what this video is for, so I should probably just shut up. But I don't know. I'm in a good mood. Like I'm feeling like things are going, generally speaking, in the right direction. While I will acknowledge, of course, that it is more risky to hold XRP as a result of these charges, I'm still optimistic for the long term. But I will go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything, because of anything that I say or write, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.